Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. I'm Moses Kotiel. Today I want us to talk about procrastination. I've seen majority of people around me, those who I know, having this problem. And I'm very sure outside there are also people who are victim of procrastination. So what is procrastination? This is an act of voluntarily delaying or postponing what one intended to do, and knowing at the back of their mind that there are consequences, negative consequences that are associated with this. This definition can be found in Wikipedia. And procrastination is linked to depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and even those who suffered ADHD during childhood, that is attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It is also connected to negative functioning and risk of mental health. So there are effects that are associated with procrastination. One of them is creating limiting beliefs. You have that belief that things cannot be achieved, and yet this is not true. Just because you keep procrastinating, you don't undertake these things that you intended to undertake within the timeline. You also be sabotaging your goals. You become a sabotage to your own goals, because there are goals that you had set that you are supposed to achieve, but you don't achieve them. So you are sabotaging your own goals. Lowering your self-esteem is another effect. Let's say there are things that you intended to achieve, even in your colleagues at work. You are given a task. They have achieved their tasks. They have met their targets, and you have not met your target. Not because you are incompetent, but just because you've delayed to make that decision to undertake that duty. So when you see your colleagues accomplishing their targets and you are not accomplishing your target, your self-esteem becomes low. You feel that you are inferior compared to your colleagues. Also blowing opportunities. There are opportunities that maybe are coming your way, but because you delay to make a decision to undertake this, to take up these opportunities that are coming your way, you will be blowing those opportunities. Then ruining your relationship. Maybe you are somebody, a family man. In your house, in your family, there are decisions that you are supposed to make, but you are not making them. So your family members, they now stop trusting you, and in the end, you will have ruined your relationship. Also, making poor decisions or wrong decisions. You are making wrong decisions because you are making these decisions in a rush. You did not utilize the time you had to make good decisions. So because you are making these decisions just to beat the timeline, you will end up making wrong decisions. You'll also be ruining your career. Let's say you are given a task to perform by your bosses, but you've not done so just because you delayed to make the decision to do them. Your bosses will say this person is incompetent, but that is not the truth. Not that you are incompetent, not that you cannot achieve your targets, you cannot perform your work. You can do that, but because you are delaying to make the decisions. So you will be seen as incompetent, and in the end, you will have ruined your career. The next thing is risking your physical health. By accumulating all these things, you will be overwhelming yourself. So you even become mentally ill. Remember, mental illnesses are many. So depression is just one of them. So you will be having more chances of getting more mental illnesses just because of delaying the decisions. You will be stressed and all that. You will also be losing precious time. You'll be wasting a lot of time. You'll be doing other things instead of doing what you intended to do. You delay doing what you're supposed to do. So you'll be wasting time. You'll also be damaging your reputation. People will see you as a reliable person just because you don't make decisions or you don't do things that you're supposed to do. Then all this, how do you manage this problem, the procrastination problem? There are ways of doing that. I like the 9th way of managing procrastination. So what is the first one? The first one is to admit that you are a procrastinator. So one way of solving a problem is to admit that you have a problem or that there is a problem. Once you have admitted that, that is when you can now start looking for help to solve the problem. So even in managing procrastination, you have first to admit that you are a procrastinator. Second one is to reduce the number of decisions that you have to make. Don't overburden yourself with a lot of decisions too that you need to make. So limit them, reduce the number of decisions that you have to make within a given time. Then eliminate distractions. Things are distracting you. Let's say in the evening you are supposed to work on a certain report, but because there's a program on your television, you switch from working on your report and now watching the program on television. So limit these distractions like the television programs and focus on working on what you're supposed to work on. Then set achievable goals. Just like when you are formulating your objectives, they have to be smart. That is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. So your targets should also be smart. So they should be realistic. Don't set targets that way above your limits. You need also to adjust your environment. In an environment, we are not only talking about the physical environment. We are also referring to the people around you, the technology around you, the policies around you. So you can adjust them. If they're the ones hindering you from working on the goals or whatever task you want to work on, if they're the ones distracting you or making you not to achieve that, then you need to adjust, make some adjustments. Another one is to have no alternatives to whatever goal you want to achieve. If there's something you need to do, just say it is either I do it or I'm not going to do it. But don't think of an alternative or a plan B to it. If you do that, you will achieve whatever goal you intend to achieve. Then take a break. It is always good to take a break. Don't be overburdened by a lot of things that you intend to do. Take a break. If maybe, for instance, you are employed, you can take a leave. Ask for a leave. Take time to relax so that when you come back to doing what you intended to do, you will be fresh enough to do them and beat the timelines. And finally, to the point I was saying, reward yourself. Always have a reward mechanism for yourself. For whatever achievement, however little it might be, have it that I'll be rewarding myself once I achieve a certain goal. So with that one, it will be helping you, it will be motivating you to achieve whatever goal you plan to achieve, or whatever duty you intend to achieve, because there are rewards attached to it. So with that, we come to the end of today's presentation. That is what I wanted to share with you today. So I still ask you to watch my videos. To those who have not subscribed, please do so. Share, like, and give your comments. Thank you very much. Let's meet in my next video.